Hello, it is time to do the whatever thing. So we've got quite a lot to go through, and one of the most important issues in Fantastic Four history. Fantastic Four Annual Number 3, The Wedding of Susan Storm and Reed Richards. As we first see, beginning off with Doom planning his revenge scheme. My attack must be foolproof, irresistible, all-powerful, like hostess fruit pies. I'm guessing better at them. Doom shows off his emotion changer, which, in case you want to know, that's a thing that I think we may have seen last time. Appeared later on. We see the build-up and the preparations for everything. Stark and Stark's girlfriend. Playing like, oh god, really like personal love for Stan Jack. If you're a name dropper, you're really gonna have a ball now. Ready? Here we go. Brilliant. I have no idea who having four is. The puppet master thinks of a plan. The puppet master is deciding to escape. The monkeys are there. Professor Xavier's there. The mole man, it's just completely bonkers. That's the best way to sign up. More and more enemies come out. Insanity begins. This is basically just one of the biggest battles ever. And it's insane. As of right now, we're on the alert. We're under attack by some powerful foe. And it's getting even more insane. The Mandarin, the Black Knight. I think it's Kang. That's someone else I have no idea who that is. The Super Scott, it is nuts. The superhero community just comes in. Matt Murdock appears and was Daredevil and just Hydra, just everything that can go big goes bigger. Multiple villains, Mr. Hyde, I have no idea who on earth he is. There's a counter later one. Oh, excuse me. Well, appears Spider-Man helps out. Just the insanity of this battle, it's just completely insane. It is insanity when the fight itself. It's brilliant. Quicksilver, I think he's just becoming an Avenger at this point, actually, in the comics. Atuma's forces, and finally, Lawatsu appears. Yep. Who takes him to his place. In which he assists him by giving him a special artifact to allow things to go back in time with no memory of what occurred. The wedding can finally begin. And at the end, one of the greatest jokes of all time occurs. Jack Kirby and Stan Lee are kicked out of the wedding. They reference that in Fantastic Four 2 with the same joke, but luckily just with Stan Lee. Brilliant. It's a fun issue from beginning to end. Please ignore it. 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 All that and up to now we have to have issue 5-4. Word of warning, from now on we are going to start getting to a lot more character moments. Characters are really going to start changing personality wise. I think Reed changes the most, being nowhere near as sexist. And in particular, we're about to get one of those powerful and most beloved villains of all time. But now we start off with Gorgon and Madame Medusa and Dragon Man. and some slightly still sexist moments. What's Lyndon B? We decide. Johnny decides to have a bit of a breathe, gets a bit angry, decides to have a little bit of a breathe and a nap for a few hours. And Medusa just runs out. Then Gorgon attacks. I'll give things credit being interesting about the Inhumans. I think the Inhumans are actually, as a group of characters, they're people who, costume-wise, I think they've changed the least. I think the only one's actually changed overall was Crystal. That's it. I think that's the only character that's actually the costume change. Everyone else has actually stayed the same, I think. Like, Medusa ends up revealing, forcing her to do something. And Dragon Man awakens again, attacks. Dragon Man believes it's Sue. Gorgon attacks. With Dragon Man attempting to fight him off. Zeus was able to just barely run away. Johnny flies up. And he talks about how it's still quite sad that Ben isn't married to Alicia, which he is now in the comics. Then they find Dragon Man. Then Gorgon attacks again. I'll give Gorgon credit for his costume. There's something saying he wants. I really mainly with costumes. Fantastic Four is so iconic, there's nothing really to criticize as much. Gorgon is a really cool and simple design. It's more calm, more bed versus the self strength. The little head crest looks really cool. It's very simplistic, but actually makes sense. Not over the top. Anyway, we get a pretty cool battle. Roland Gorgon moves the building, something. Medusa attempts to sacrifice himself. So Dragon Man epically somehow ends up kidnapping Sue. Then we get more of the backstory. Reasons to do with Inhumans. And one who looks like a Cyclops. They're able to be freed after being nearly killed. Tony's told to fly up and try and find them. There they are. Dragon Man's about as easy to miss as the hate bomb's mustering cloud. Anyway. Interesting. There's something to do with the Frightful Four. Finding wizards in the hospital. Fleet's trying to smile. The opponent's trying to make him into a guard dog. And then see Dolly Evans decides to do something. Then Johnny ends up just walking around into a slum neighborhood to become a new housing development. Then he sees Crystal. It's chaos, battle, and chaos begins. They get quick. Johnny gets angry. Johnny ends up trying to follow her. Then we meet Lockjaw, who is absolutely ugly looking. I'm sorry, he looks creepy in his own. And he changes, he becomes a lot cuter, a lot nicer. Drawing a man gets about, gets angry again. And they make a really big bed for him. Then we meet Karnak, who has a really. I'm sorry, I forgot about that. Karnak's the only one actually hasn't. He's changed his costumes. Then we see Triton, who. Weird. But no. Gorgon ends up fighting them, knocking him away. John is able to escape through the ceiling. Let's see. Apparently, under Black Bolt. The new Ed cycle was invented and created, and I'm sorry that looks really stupid. Ben's right, that nutty looking contraption. Look, it's a struck down whirlybird. It's a turbo powered race car. It's a flying bicycle. Whatever it is, I don't believe it. And Karnak and Gorgon attack. Do another clobbering type battle. And then we see the powerful Black Bolt. I will admit, I think the biggest change they've actually done with Black Bolt's costume is that the main blue, not that part, has gone black. I think that's basically the only big change they've done, actually. Other than that, it's actually basically been the same costume for years. Those who will destroy us. Then the team is beginning this a battle against them. It's completely bonkers, but the battle is insanely tough. He whips them out with especially banging around like ragdolls. Gorgon attacks again. We see the scaly Triton, whom isn't an Atlantean, but he does have a good connection with Namor. I think they say later on that not only does he know his parents, but he's acted as a father figure towards him. And I think when he died later on in Death of the Inhumans, he had a day of mourning. I think the entirety of Atlantis, or those who were Atlanteans, had a day of week or so of mourning for him. That's how much they respected him. Gorgon is able to get away. Then they are bounced away. Then we get the power of the evil seeker who looks stupid. He really does look stupid. They think he's an inhuman. Does they escape? Of him. Then we continue with the epic battle between both Thing and Black Bolt. Pretty fierce duel from beginning to end. Just smashes him away. He takes punches and gives him as many hits and attacks as he can. Then Black Bolt escapes. Then Lockjaw. Then they find Lockjaw, who's hilarious still. And Johnny ends up helping out. And we get even more inside these. Then they have to try and find the Seeker. And they run away again. And seem just barely misses him. They escape, go back and find the evil Seeker, who was captured. Triton. They are sucked in, and then they are captured by what Vincent Price could do in a joint like this. He somewhat explains his past, apparently, what who the Inhumans were. They don't explain who he is, though. He awakens, and then even more bananas begins. Twice and nearly dies. Then Dragon Man gets fully enraged and prepares for battle. Beware the hidden land. They end up figuring out plans to work. They make her appear to be trying. It's better to try to live. Apparently controlled by Maximus the Merciful. This year is nearly harmed because of the battle. And then Thing realizes what's going on. And the torch is still up. Left everyone wing chance at him. And I'm gonna give him that chance. I'll put everything I got in one last punch. Heads up, Buttercup. In case you don't know it. It's clobbering time. Boom. And Dragon Man is defeated. They then trap him. Get trapped again, and then the Seeker escapes. Then we see Maximus the Magnificent, who looks a bit weird looking again. Yell for primitives, savage creatures attack. Everyone still keeps patterning again. It's revealed, obviously, that Maximus nearly claimed he accidentally injured Black Bolt so he could become ruler. And he tries to force her to marry him. Then Maximus prepares for a plan. And I'm sorry that helmet looks weird. So miserable. Then you find another Inhuman who I don't think is ever the name. They find the Great Refuge, looks really cool. And it goes to an even exceptionally sexist line. On the scarlet brain, angel-headed, empty-headed stunt. What takes a cake, buddy? That takes a cake. What you trying to give me hay fever? This isn't come to be getting sexist. As they come on the Great Refuge, the bridge of one collapses. Then battle still commence. Then they have to leave again. Maximus and Seeker are apparently working together. Then we see the evil Atmo gun. It's activated and does a thing. Oh. Let me get ourselves a big one here. This is the most famous saga of the original one. After Maximus is given his due with a single hit, Maximus is apparently destroyed or something like that. Presto! I hated to do this, kid, but it's for your own good. You'll thank me someday if you get free. This place is shut off. Then they leave. So then we see the mysterious being known as the Silver Surfer flying around missing asteroids. The Skrulls who are watching them then we know it's pretty bad when he says, when the leaders says, order the entire Skrull solar system blacked out at once. And that's how terrifying he is. It may cause problems. Johnny's being attacked. Ben ends up helping him out by doing a little flick. Then, pretty nice. Maybe they're just advertising some new Joseph E. Levine movie. I have no idea who on earth that is, but it's very funny. Then we got more things going on. Reader's apparently in there. Which for some reason he's apparently gotten a beard after a few hours. We get space debris. Then to reveal what's going on. The water, I think it's the fourth design already, has appeared. Now very big and very tall. And he's been to distract and hide Earth from Silver Surfer. Then Silver Surfer's learned about someone. That's on him. This thing passes him. So he ends up grabbing his sword. Then I'll give it credit. That's a really creepy and really cool idea of showing off the weird images. So then he appears, the giant galactic planet eater, Galactus. My journey is ended. This planet shall sustain me until it has been drained of all elemental life. So speaks Galactus. Yes, that is what he originally looked like. What is up with that colour scheme? They changed it. If this be Doomsday. Now he's changed the costume again to be more purpley. The Watcher and the Galactus are now speaking to each other as powerful beings. He ends up doing a single punch, and it does nothing. Every time the attack begins, nothing occurs. They are nearly killed. and we get more waiting and planning for the situations. The thing that had just landed was to encounter the Silver Surfer. What the Silver Surfer? Galactus, I'm afraid I don't understand. What does it matter? Understanding cannot alter the ways of destiny. Destiny. So I'm trying to make a Digimon Tamers gag. Galactus creates a powerfully scary device. Entire thing. And Watsu appears to assist. He explains and shows off just how terrifying he is in his powers, and what Earth will be remained afterwards. The Watsu shows off his plan. Then Alicia begs her to understand, to try and help people. Then Galactus is preparing for it to begin. He prepares powerful converter. But the great Galactus reels back in startled disbelief. The converter does not roar. It is not operating. Never in 1,000 millenniums. Never has it failed before. Why? Turns out that's what Ben's doing. He knocks off and partly injuring and damaging Galactus. Yep, that's a thing. The evil Punisher bot appears, was like, this is a weird one. Johnny is transported by the Watcher to try and find a powerful device in his. I do love one weird thing about the set, the fact it looks like an Infinity Sim. It was a really cool design. Because an intense battle between them and the Punishers are fierce one-on-one duel. Then they're terrified about him possibly dying. Then Alicia still tries to talk to them. Beg her. According to the planet radio, our entire planet is in the gravest danger. But I have the strangest feeling that somehow you possess the power to save us. I defy Galactus. It is unthinkable. Then you could stand by and see the world destroyed? How? How could I be being so wrong about you? And I sense nobility. I thought you possessed compassion. Perhaps human, but not totally wrong. And so he decides to betray him. And we get the big finale. The Silver Surfer, and apparently Johnny's first day of college. Just nice. Silver Surfer ends up personally betraying him and attacking Galactus. He's been transformed to composed energy. Then he awakens again. And soon insanity begins. Both Galactus and the Silver Surfer intensely fight. Johnny has apparently returned. And they finally revealed powerful device, known only as the ultimate nullifier. A teeny tiny gun thing. You have given a mat to a child who lives in a tinderbox. Agreed. This world belongs to these children. Is my action not just? Display the courage they display. Though they are still in their infancy, you must not disdain them. Did not your race and mine evolve from such humble beginnings? Did they not possess the seed of grandeur within their frail human frames? But what of Galactus? What of the limitless energy I must absorb if I am to survive? There are other planets. We both know well that the universe is endless. Destroying the waste cannot be the answer. But apparently Venom already is. The Silver Surfer is trapped on Earth, and he leaves. He's absolutely exhausted. And then Ben gets miserable again. And he escapes and leaves. And someone prepares for something. So a weird big dude. Boy. Let me see him person. I think it's Johnny at least. Somebody. And Johnny leaves. And we get completely miserable Ben. Then Johnny goes in. Then they find Wyatt Wingfoot. So we become quite good friendships. Maybe in the universe, I think I'm on the universe, maybe meant to be comic book friends. Other than that, this is the end of the insanities. But no, see you next time.